Some journeys start with no real reason but to get away from reality. Your 20s are a weird mixture of routine, chaos, uncertainty, and hope. Some of us don't even feel like we belong in our city, in our jobs, in our studies, in our friend groups. I see that it's very common for older adults to say that their 20s were the best decade of their lives. However, I feel that is mostly thought due to nostalgia, among other reasons. I am not a negative person in any way, shape, or form, but I think it is necessary for us to acknowledge the difficulties that you encounter during your 20s, and especially early 20s, as they're the most prone to being unstable and really mixed up years of your life. You get a feeling of everything, you get a taste of everything, you can try new things, you can try to stay the same and die of boringness. In my opinion, that's why people stick to feeling that their 20s were so great when in reality they were just full of change. That's the only thing we can really remember when we grow older and our lives begin to be a little bit less exciting on a day-to-day basis. Because let's face it, most of the times on your 20s, you feel like there is just too many things going on. These things can also be overwhelming sometimes, and we start to focus on bigger goals more than on our day-to-day basis and our day-to-day living. When we face success, we tend to minimize it and its impact, most of the times thinking that that was the bare minimum to do, as we have really high standards for ourselves. We think that we have a set timeline that we have to achieve, and that is the minimum, not the goal. We tend to not really acknowledge how much we achieve. Every day we do so many things, so many small tasks, and you know, we don't really get the feeling that we get when we achieve something big, although they are as important as any other goal that we might have in our lives, as they are part of that goal. As we just tend to see bigger goals as independent entities and not as a part of a timeline, of a group of just very small tasks, very mundane tasks. And we also have to have failure as an option. It is very important that we know that it can happen, and it's not only something positive, but it's necessary towards success on a later stage. We are not going to develop as a human if we don't face some degree of failure in any aspect of our lives. So I think it's very important to see the process that we make and to just enjoy every single day of our lives, every single small step, every bird that sings, every flower that you like. We should really thrive on that, and we should really start to see the world as something human.